will not tell you how long Beth's been around, but she's been around a very long time. She is the most experienced of all of our child care folks. She lives in Hayhira, Georgia, which is Lowndes County, Chris Prynes County, but she's a major reason, she and our staff are a major reason that we've had the successes we have. So Beth, please come up.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Again, this is my favorite time of the year also, is when we recognize the youth in our program. And what we call this the Youth of the Year for each campus. And they are selected among their peers for their role models, their academics, just those all-around good kids from each campus. This is Manny. Manny lives at Harrington Homestead with Miss Betty, and he was chosen the Youth of the Year there. He came to us in 2011. Manny is one of those kids that just really got in there, just took advantage of a lot we had to offer there. Every time I talk to Miss Betty, Manny, she brags on you. Well, Manny did this, or Manny did that, or Manny's our lifeguard. So Miss Betty is very fond of you and the things you've done there. You have really have the respect of your teachers and coaches at school. Just a fine young man, and this is Manny.
I would like to thank Ms. Betty and Harrington Homestead staff for choosing me as Youth of the Year for the second year in a row. With the help of the staff at Harrington, I have been able to get my lifeguard certification, and they have also provided me with a job, my first paying job. I have also obtained my learner's permit, and I'm currently learning how to drive. I'm presently in the 10th grade, and I intend to go to college and play sports. My dream is to play professional sports of some kind, doesn't matter which one. If that isn't possible, I would like to own my own business. I won't have these dreams without the support and encouragement that I received from all the staff at Harrington Homestead. So again, I want to say thank you.
Our next young man is Youth of the Year at Pineland, Tyler. Tyler is not feeling really well today, y'all, so he's having a little difficult time, so we're going to be patient with Tyler. He doesn't feel well. Now, Tyler is one of those young men that will try anything once, and I think Mr. Wayne has to be careful what he's trying next, right, so he doesn't hurt himself. Tyler likes to collect rocks, and I think you have quite a display of rocks in your room, right? He's in the Millionaires Readers Club at Callaway Middle School, and he loves to read. Very well known for his art ability. So Tyler, you like country music and monster trucks, so you may have a lot of common with some other people in here, a lot of things common. So Tyler, come on.
My name is Tyler Heath. I'm 14 years old. I've just finished 8th grade at Callaway Middle School in LaGrange. Next year I'll be going to Berrien High School in Nashville County. This year I was able to maintain a C average. I'm best known for my personality and my art abilities. I've lived at Pineland for a year from April 2012 to June 20th, 2013. For a whole season, I've wrestled for CMS. Since living at Pineland, I've learned that through counseling how to be better, control my anger, and to respect others more. Being away from my family has taught me to love and appreciate and respect them more. I will miss Pineland staff for everything they have done for me since I came here in 2012. If I didn't come to Pineland, I don't know where I would be.
And Caroline is from Cherokee Estate. She's been there a little over a year. She'll be in the 8th grade, an excellent student. She's in the alpha classes. Wow, we didn't even know about that, did we, Terry? I wasn't in it. She's interested in softball, tennis, and crafts. And I understand from Nikita that she can take junk and make something out of it. So real talent too. So Caroline, come on.
My name is Caroline Lathrop, and I'm 13 years old. And before coming to Cherokee State, my life at home was always hidden from friends and relatives. It was a secret to everyone, and there was no one I could talk to about it. My family argued a lot, and my mom was always the one to start it. My mom could make an argument abusive fast. There were a lot of anger problems, and she was always struggling to feed and clothe all of us. If it had not been for food stamps, Section 8 housing, and our church paying for some of our bills, we wouldn't have had what we did. Growing up for me has always been rough, but I didn't let that bring me down or change who I was. People looked at me different because I dressed like a boy and I never brushed my hair, but my personality never showed that there were family problems, and neither did my grades or classes at school. But in life, you will learn that a secret never stays a secret forever, and eventually the problems were found out, and I was taken away from my home and placed at Cherokee Estate. I didn't like the idea of leaving then, but I soon realized that it was the best thing that could have happened to me. It was the beginning of who I am now. When I first came to Cherokee Estate, I was underweight, dirty, and had a horrible case of the shingles. They immediately took me to the doctor to help me with my sickness and to help me start gaining weight. They told me that they cared about me and they would provide a safe family environment for me and I could stay as long as I wanted. At Cherokee Estate, I feel safe. They make me feel like I have a family where everyone loves me and I can depend on them to help me with anything I need. Since the week I arrived, everything about me has improved dramatically. I don't go to bed hungry anymore. I always get enough sleep in my own bed. I have nice clothes, and most importantly, I finally have a great chance at a great future. I will begin the 8th grade this year and looking forward to high school. I don't have any definite plans yet as to what I want to study in college, but I know that college is in my future. Thank you so much, Georgia Sheriff Youth Home, Georgia Sheriff's Association, and everyone who has helped me this far and will be helping me reach my goals.
Okay, our next young man is from Mountain View, and his name's Clayton. He's lived at Mountain View for 7 months and then went to Cherokee Estate. He attends Chatworth Elementary and will be in middle school, and he is an AB student. Now, he's very adventurous and helpful, and he is currently participating in 4-H in the Boys and Girls Club. So, Clayton, would you come up? And Clayton has some guests with him. Want to introduce your guests first?
Okay. My guest is my family, my sister Ariana, my brother Zachary, and my other brother Chandler. My name is Clayton Rock, and I am 11 years old. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. We have lived at Cherokee Estate in Mountain View for a little over 8 months now. Before we came here, we were in a foster home. The youth homes has provided me and my 3 siblings with love, care, understanding, support, and many opportunities. This is a better life for us than what we were living in the past. I want to thank each and every one of you for a safe and wonderful place to live. Cherokee Estate and Mountain View are terrific with a loving and wonderful staff. I know because I have had this opportunity to live at both locations. It has been a pleasure for me to stand before you today. Thank you for providing a home for me and my 3 siblings. God bless you.
Our next Youth of the Year is Mark Caron. Mark will be a senior this year at Lowndes High School. He plays on the Lowndes High football team and is an excellent role model there at the Boys Ranch for both the girls and the boys. When I met Mark, he was one of those kids that when he walked in, young men, when he walked in that day, I thought, this one's special. You know, you always kind of know that. And so when Mark came in, I knew he was one of those young men. So the Rancher of the Year, or Youth of the Year at Boys Ranch is Mark Caron.
Thank you for having me first and foremost, and I'd like to introduce not only a friend of mine, but my family and brother, Bryant Sanders. And then if you all could give yourselves a round of applause, because nothing I do or ever accomplish would be anything without you. All of you give us the homes that we have. It's, you know, your donations, the boost that you give us every time we see you, it's all you guys entirely. You know, you set us up for success. It's all you. But I'm Mark Caron. I'm 18 years old. I go to Lowndes High School. and I'd like to thank you for allowing me to speak today. I'm honored to receive Youth of the Year for the Georgia Sheriff's Boys Ranch. My story begins a few years ago. I had to get my belongings and leave my mother really sudden. I didn't have any family or friends I could stay with for an extended period of time. I went to school the next morning with a bag of clothes and a few of my belongings, not knowing where I was going to go that night. But by about lunchtime, my head football coach had found out. He brought me into his office and explained to me about the Sheriff's Boys Ranch. I'd heard a few stories, but I had never thought into it. But knowing that I had nowhere else to go that night, I figured it'd be the best place for me to go. I met with Mr. Sean Elders and Miss Beth that day around 12 o'clock. By 3 o'clock, I was in with a home, a place to stay, and food, which is something I hadn't had in a few years. And I didn't have to worry about anything. I could live, and I had stability and structure for the first time in a long time. Today, I stand before you, a much more mature and confident than I could have ever been if I had not lived at the Sheriff's Ranch. Because of the service and dedication of Miss Beth and Mr. Sean and my house parents, I've been able to live at the Boys Ranch for almost 3 years now. In that time, I've been an honor roll student, started for the football team, wrestling team, and been able to run track. Now I can dream for a future of myself. Upon graduation, I plan to go into the military to pay forward the level of service and dedication I've received from so many. All of you in this room have made it possible for me to have a safe place to live and stay, a chance to succeed, a chance to strive for success and pride in myself and my country, and an opportunity to dream dreams I never thought were possible. Thank you all for turning dreams into reality. To Mr. Sean and Ms. Beth, thank you for the blessing you gave me to live with all my friends and family that I now love with all of my heart. To Ms. Misty, thank you for my times of need, for being there to help me. To Mr. Ophi, helping me become an honor student from School Slacker. And I would like to spend one more special thanks to my house parents, Mr. Les and Miss Linda, who were not able to come today. But thank you for becoming the mother and father I've never really had. I love you both so much, and thank you for preparing me for this moment and many more to come. Love you guys, and thank you again to all of you that came today, and God bless you all, and have a good night.
My name is Emily Thornhill. I'm from Robbinsville, North Carolina, and I'm 15. You would think I'm 50, however, due to the life experiences I've had in my life. I've been separated from my mom and dad since I was 7 years old. My mother allowed things to happen to me that no child should have to suffer. Due to being mistreated, I never knew how it felt to be truly loved. I grew up not trusting anyone. I was afraid of grown people until I was old enough to realize that not everybody was like my mom's friends. Eventually, I was sent to live with my wonderful grandmother. After my grandmother passed away, my stepfamily realized my need for help, and after moving from place to place with one bad situation after another, I came to Cherokee Estate to get the counseling and love that I so desperately needed. When I came to Cherokee Estate, I was 12 years old, obese, gothic-like, insecure, and my thoughts were strange and dark. Over the years, I had struggled with social skills and being understood by residents and adults. I was already at rock bottom whenever I came to Cherokee, so I knew I could go nowhere but up. Indeed, it got better, and I got better. As I progressed, Miss Nikita and the other staff were there to cheer me on the whole entire time. They helped me realize my talents and my misfortunes in a healthy way. I stand before you today as a completely different person than whom I was when I first entered the doors at Cherokee Estate. I no longer feel sorry for myself because I know that I am loved by many and always will be. I look at myself as a changed and still growing young lady who can take on anything that comes her way. I am no longer scared to speak up for myself or anyone else. I could have never gotten this far without the help and support of Cherokee Estate. As I start my sophomore year in high school, I can see my future already taking place and realizing that in a few years, I will be embarking on my true passion of singing and acting at American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York and Los Angeles. I have only high hopes for my life and future, as I know they are outweighing all the negative of the past. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the donations, love, and support from the Georgia Sheriff's Association and their staff, Georgia Sheriff's Youth Homes, and everyone associated with making all my dreams come true. God bless each one of you and your families.
One more big hand for all of them.